Hi everyone, it's Miss Chanel. We sure miss our little guys. Hopefully we'll see you soon after all of these changes that we're having to make right now. Um, but I wanted to just let you know how much I appreciate you and how much I miss you and how we miss seeing your smiling faces walk in our doors every day. So hopefully we're going to see you soon. And you guys have spring break coming up, which is even exciting in and of itself. So hopefully people are going to do some fun things. But I want to get on here and talk about really quickly our writing packets that came home with your students' work or with your work. The interactive notebook of sorts is going to help us move along while we're out of the building. And if we can just write our answers in that book, that would be wonderful. The first rule of writing is that we always want to start our sentence with a capital letter. So that's our big letter that we have been talking about. So our A, our house, and our B, and so forth and so on. We're going to make the big ones, the biggest letters at the front of our sentence, because we want everybody to know that we have something to say. We always want to make sure that our capital letters are at the beginning of our sentence and not in the middle of our sentence unless it is a proper noun or the word itself is in fact capitalized. The second rule of writing is to close our sentences, whether that's a statement, an asking, or an excited sentence. We need to close our sentences with a punctuation mark. Our first form of punctuation is called a period, or as you guys have seen it, the little dot at the end of our sentence. And we put a period at the end of our sentence because we're closing a door or we are finishing what we have to say. Our second form of punctuation is a question mark. So whenever we're asking a question, am I going to go to Billy's house today? Or what is your favorite color? We are going to put my little squiggly friend here, and we are going to let people know that we are inquiring or wanting to know something. Our third form of punctuation is what we call an exclamation point. This is a way for us to show excitement. It's one thing to show excitement when we're happy and we're so excited to see you and yay and wow or ouch, that hurt. But when we write it on paper, it's a little harder to see. So we like to put what we call an exclamation point. So that way people can see that we're excited or maybe upset or whatever it may be. We just want to add some kind of emotion so people know what we are trying to tell them. If I were to say, I'd like to visit my friends, you will notice that our first sentence gives an example of a sentence that's not correct or incomplete, so to speak. Because we have a lowercase I, we don't have our capital letter, so we need to make it a capital letter, just like this big guy down here. Okay, our like, our to are good, and then we come to the word visit. In our example sentence that's not correct, we have a big V. Okay, so we put a capital V in the middle of that sentence, and we don't want to do that. We want to make that a small v. So we corrected it with a small v. We keep going with our my and our friends, and as we see up here, this sentence doesn't have anything at the end of it, so it is not closed. We need to close our sentence and end it with a period because we are closing that statement. We're saying, I like to visit my friends, and we are closing that door. Okay, so we always want to remember our period